not gonna bleed too much. Ow!
Off limits to anyone not part of our organization, and you definitely don't look like anyone I know. I strongly suggest you egress to a rosier neighborhood. Well, Bravo, you just found the smugglers. Trouble is, we're not ending our operation. And no, that's not open for negotiations. Here's the deal. You assholes come any closer, we'll kill all of you. Now get lost.
Gotta hand it to you. Takes a lot of gumption, or a hell of a lot of stupidity to ignore my warnings and stroll into my camp. Unfortunately for you, I got the numbers advantage and the high ground. It's all over for you. Boys, you know what to do.
field of fire.
Dead to rights.
Let's get it!
Spotted.
Who are you? Did Mama Cotter send you? Those smugglers were bastards. They took everything we had because they knew we were desperate. Mama Cotter set everything up. She arranged for the smugglers to pick us up here and sneak us into the city. She was going to meet us at the gate and find us beds and food. We're refugees, every one of us, driven off our land by the Plains gangs. Now we're stuck here with no food, but we'll probably freeze before we starve. We need transport to Colorado Springs or we're dead. We need to find someone who can carry all of us to the city, and soon. We're not going to last out here.
To the city? Oi, Daisy's gonna love that.
I've heard that merchant caravans stop at the bazaar. Maybe one of them could help us. But the monster army won't let us into the bazaar, and we don't have any money to pay for transport. You're the only hope we have. If we're stuck here much longer, I doubt we'll survive. We'll wait here and try to keep warm.
one in next week.
That's the second one this month. You sure it's legit?
Pinche tarado. Our boy sees all and knows all. He says the caravan's coming, so be ready.
Listen up, Mashers. The next son of a bitch who says we're losing this war gets strung up by his nuts. You hear me? It doesn't matter how much territory we've lost. There's only one way inside the mall. As long as we control it, Buchanan can't touch us. He can sit out there with his army and pound snow for all I care. All we gotta do is hold out. The lamb and the wolf got different needs. Sooner or later, Buchanan will have to negotiate. And then we'll have him right where we fucking want him.
The lamb stands at the door. What sacrifice do they bring to the door of monsters? Wow, okay. No need to be such an asshole about it, jeez. I'm just doing my job here. The bazaar lies beneath your feet, covered by decades of snow. The only way in is through the gate beneath this RV. The only people who can open this gate, we, the Monster Army. If you want to get in here, you need to do one of two things. Buy an entrance pass, or get an established bazaar merchant to vouch for you. Sometimes we let Colorado's most famous in, but it's been years since such an exception was made. Paris who? Oh, right, the Dye Lady. Well, she made it in, and I guess that means you get a pass. Honestly, no one pays me enough to give a crap. Right. In you come. Behave yourselves, my little lambs.
The fuck? What's going on? Are we under attack?
No, I'm sure we're not under attack.
Fuck. I swear, I only opened the Warren's gate for 1 second and that fucking pig bolted by me.
Don't worry, folks. The bazaar is secure. Move along, everyone. Ah, new visitors. Don't fret. Come and hear about the marvels of the bazaar. Fresh lambs, esteemed guests. The door guard informed me you were coming. You are most welcome to all the delicacies and pleasures the bazaar has on offer, provided you have the coin. I hope you're not shaken by this disturbance. It is a minor matter, I assure you. Your shopping experience should be nothing short of completely safe. Please, lower your voice. I don't know, okay? Someone's been strapping explosives to real pigs. Real pigs, made up with real lipstick, real eyeshadow. I guess it's some asshole's idea of a prank. You'll find stairs to the upper level in the back. They will take you to our esteemed leader, Flab. Talk to him if you want to know more. Ah, yes. Paradolia Jones would be the man you're looking for. He'll be hanging out at the Fountain Bar, right there. We have all kinds indeed. Piscitelli sells weapons to any weary pilgrim. Gwyn Talbot is your woman if you need protective gear. Dr. Coldcuts can sell you medical supplies or see to your health needs. And in the central area, you'll find the Fountain Bar. A good place to kick back with a drink and some of Masato's delicious pork. Depends on your definition of fun. I'd recommend talking to Eidolon. She and her pals really know how to party. But if you're a more cerebral type, check out Querex's museum in the back. The bazaar's a bazaar unlike any other, piglets. You want it? We have it. No meat is too exotic. No luxury is too fantastic. If you can afford them, they're yours. Yes? Actually, no, sorry. They were buried in a recent snow tunnel collapse in the Warrens. Oh, we're all full up. Sorry, our projector broke years ago. Perhaps in our older days, that chapter of the Monster Army book is closed. Sorry. I am sorry, esteemed guests. The bazaar may not be what it once was, but we still have plenty on offer. Hot food at the fountain bar, weapons and equipment from our merchants, pleasures for the eye at Eidolon's. Look around. Enjoy your visit.
Guns sanctified with blood. Heartbeats that I don't recognize. Come closer, strangers. The sanctified Piscatelli crafts weapons of all sorts for those in need, and she can read that you are very much in need. Have you ever loved something so deeply that it gouges loose all the fears you might have possessed? If so, you would know what these scars are. Benediction. Sanctification. Hello again, strangers. Help. I suppose there is an order I need assistance with. Yeah, I can use your help. There is a weapon on the bench just waiting to provide its blessing to the needy. Safe. You will never feel the blessing of being truly one with your craft if you are concerned with such things. Safe. Ha! The pain does not last. And the scars? Those are blessings. They are a record of your dedication, proof you are strong enough to rise above the fears of the flesh, a reward that fits your efforts. Keep the weapon, with my blessings. Be careful. It's an unkind world.
Talk to our boss if you're here to help.
Submachine gun or assault rifle?
What's the perfect food? Noodles. How many do we have? Oodles. Who should have some now? Oodles. Masada makes the best noodles.
Hi, folks. This is Masato at the bazaar, and I have discovered the perfect food. Instant noodles. But pre-war packets are hard to come by, so I have reversed engineered their deliciousness and have them for sale at my stall for all to enjoy. Yes, at Masato's noodle stand, we have hot noodles.
My friends, you saw that explosion too? Horrible! Such a waste of good pork. And human life, of course. But don't worry, Masato is here to offer aid and succor. Have you seen anything this delicious? Yes, yes. Be my guest. After enjoying this bowl, know that my store is open to you. I have a variety of goods that you may find useful. A man who never eats pork is never a whole man. But I have to tell you, my friends, these noodles are a pale imitation of the real thing. The great pre-war delicacy. The rarest of rare magics. Instant ramen noodles. I hope one day I will perfect my recipe to recreate them. But enough about me. How can I be of service? Ah, you picked up on my subtle hints. Years ago, a friend in Colorado Springs gave me a package of instant ramen noodles that he had found in the Warrens underneath the bazaar. The experience changed my life forever, and I moved here in hopes of finding more. The Warrens aren't safe. I can't venture down there. But you must understand, it is as if my body is made of ramen. If you go down in the Warrens, please keep your eyes open for this rare delicacy. Paradolia Jones is the only caravan master here, but as luck would have it, he's also one of our best. He's right over there. Oh, how interesting. You mean a permanent position? A full kitchen of my own? My friends, that is quite the offer you're making me. You have my interest for sure, but as I explained to you, I'm here for a reason. Bring me the ramen noodles and I'll gladly join you at your HQ. There've been a lot of troubles of late. People disappearing, showing up dead. And now this exploding pig! Can you believe that? I've heard of you guys. I know you can help. May I suggest you talk to the guy in charge, Flab? You can find him upstairs. Eidolon is relatively new to this place. She showed up not long after I did. Her business model is interesting. Not sure how she actually makes money, though. Naturally. My store is always open to you, my friends.
Howdy, ma'am.
Howdy.
Always good to see a Wesson. I see. Not my usual line of business, but I don't see why not. My normal rates would apply for a one-way transport. I suppose you have a point there. Paradolia Jones, friend to the people. All right, I'll make sure they're part of my next caravan run to Colorado Springs. I'll send people to check up on them now. Thanks to the Patriarch, this stretch of land from Denver in the north to Steeltown in the south is pretty safe to travel. You'll find richer opportunities the further you venture out, but it'll also come with more risks. I could tell you more, but truth be told, the only way to know the land is to travel it. You look well equipped and competent. Just head out and see what you can learn. Just my services as a caravan master. I organize caravans to get people, goods, and livestock from one place to another, but I don't sell goods myself. These lands near Colorado Springs are pretty safe, but still lots of people need help getting around, especially if you want to range further than that. So long.
Fill her up, barkeep. I'll tell you.
As I live and eat cherry pie, more of my fellow humans in the bazaar. You make yourself welcome now, you hear?
Fellow humans?
Well, gosh, and apple pies. You put me in a spot. Let's see. My name is Long John, and I'm old as dirt. I've traveled a little, but nowhere interesting. Now I'm here in the bazaar, just to see what life has to offer. Make friends. Wasn't something that I got to do when I was younger, what with my job and all. but I'm making up for it. I know everyone in the bazaar, and they know me. I'll tell you youngins what I can, despite the fact I'm old as the mountains, figuratively speaking, that is. Humans rarely live past 70, and I'm just about ready to expire. I don't know everything, you hear? Even though I walked all the way from Denver to Steel Town and back again. Colorado Springs. It's an all right place. A little uptight, but that's what you get from having all of the clever kids. Nuh-uh. Place like that ain't fit for the lonely traveler. Well, you might be all right. If you do decide to go in that direction, I've heard that it's gotten real dangerous. All around. Melts right through the skin. Gives me the shivers, you hear? Stay away from the city. It's nothing but a corpse these days, and the Gippers, well, they're not a bad lot per se, but I'd be careful around them. If you have to spend some time, I'd personally visit the airport instead. The young'uns there are wonderful. So soon? I suppose even good things gotta end sometime. You be safe now, you hear? And come back to see old Long John when you can. Best of luck to you.
Hot noodles!
You hear the stories about the kill?
Now, who are these beauties in my theater? Come to Eidolon.
Hey there, Eidolon. You look better every time I see you. How's show business?
Marshal Kwan. As charming as ever. And you brought your most beautiful friends to Eidolon's Chick Flicks Theater, I see. Aren't you all a sight for sore eyes, honey lips? Movies? Oh no, sweetheart. We deal in real flesh and blood shows. Sugar plums. Of all the gin joints in all the towns in all the world, I'm so happy you walked into mine. You look like strapping, helpful hunks. Wouldn't you love to help out our little Eidolon? Oh, my heroes. So here's the rub. The Chick Flicks Theater shows only the finest, most exclusive performances. But we are running low on material. I'd ask if you were volunteering to be my next star, but we all know I couldn't afford your gorgeous asses. I suppose the next best thing would be getting me some fresh material. In any currency you want, baby. Monetary and otherwise. Trust me. I know where to find some old movie reels. We've got good tech in here. So between some creative editing and a little bit of improvisation, I can produce our next masterpiece. So it's easy as a slice of apple pie. The Monster Army used to live in a pre-war luxury bunker. Apparently their monster outfits were inspired by the movies they watched in there. The bunker has been abandoned for years and years, so it should be simple. And hey, I know any resistance you meet won't be a problem for such beautiful and powerful people. Good luck out there, sweeties. Anytime, gorgeous. The bazaar? Well, you can get some good eats here, if you like pork. Flap's a bit of a softy, but he knows the value of money. That'll keep the gears greased, not to mention my performers. They're fantastic, gorgeous people, talented, double-jointed, Incredibly flexible. Incredibly. Trust me, I sampled each of them myself. This is Chicks Flicks, where nothing is sacred and everything's for adaptation. We take the fantasies of pre-war films by adding some missing venereal elements. The little extra sexy sauce leaves our customers extra satisfied. Yes, please. Let's keep talking, gorgeous. Come back again soon. Those asses are too beautiful
We
to
could grab
stay
some pork
gone.
buns.
Maybe later. Talk to our boss if you're here to help.
I can't believe we missed the sale of
I'm doing
Piscatelli's.
great here. Thanks again.
Oh, wow! Are you Rangers? I haven't seen any of you guys since I left, in a while. Yeah, I haven't seen any Rangers in a while. Are you here to fight the monsters under the bazaar? That would be awesome! I'm Quarex, by the way. This is my cool museum of, coolness. Would you like a tour? Really? Okay. This way. Okay, I'll start. Welcome to Quarex's Quabinet of Curiosities, a collection of the rarest of the... Well, it's toys and games mostly, and some mementos, but they're all really cool, I promise. That top hat belonged to Mr. Cynical from Angel Oracle out in L.A., a fellow game aficionado. He lived his life trying to help the little guy, defending them against bullies and end-level bosses. In the end, though, a boss got him, and well, he didn't make it. I keep his hat around to remind me to be honest and decent like he was. This was the best video game ever! Wasteland 4! You can choose what color you want the screen to be, red or green. This is the most sought-after gaming accessory ever made, the legendary Mighty Mitt. I love the Mighty Mitt. It's so bad. This is a genuine megascope, the most advanced optical aiming device of its day, a priceless artifact. Shame somebody stuck it on that silly old ray gun, but I'm not gonna try to take it off. I might break it. This is a Tarjan the Tenebrous machine. It can tell your
My
fortune.
uncle tells me
but
you're a
you
man
get a
of
premium fortune
questionable
if you
morals,
have some
Mr.
special
Kwan.
tokens.
Well,
wish I had some.
that's why I'm on the payroll. Somebody's got to get their hands dirty.
This
So
throne
good
was
folk
once
like
the
you
most
can keep your
coveted
hearts
object
clean.
in the wasteland.
That's not
the
how
rule
Colorado
was
Springs
whoever
works,
sat
Mr.
on it
Kwan.
was the king.
That's how you
King
work.
of what exactly? I don't know.
I'm sure you know
I
best.
also don't know who made that rule. This is a Slicer Dicer, the scariest robot ever. It slices, it dices, it even makes julienne fries. Whatever those are. If this thing was working, we'd all be dead by now. Made it past Telluride today. Found a guy there who sold me some rat jerky. There's a caravan heading for Boulder, and I'm going to try to tag along. Colorado's cold and kind of scary, but there's treasure here, too. That guy with the rat jerky, he had like 6 or 7 3DO cartridges just lying around his shack. When I asked him how much for the set, he looked at me like I was crazy. Practically gave them away. You know what? Leaving Arizona might be the best thing that ever happened to me. Let me know if you have any questions. Hi, Rangers. Good to see you again. Sure. You must be thinking about someone else. Quarex is a more common name than you might think, you know. Anyway, not me. Nope. Oh, well, haven't you heard? Scientists say sweating is a sign of truthfulness. Okay, fine. I'm Quarex from Rail Nomads. Happy now? Kinda cool you guys have heard of me. Nobody knows about me. Well, basically, everything went downhill after Ranger Team Echo found that 3DO for me. Some shady guys started coming around asking me to sell it to them, and when I said no, well, they didn't like that at all. I was going to call the Rangers since you'd all been so nice to me, but then Ranger Citadel blew up, so I left. Had to leave all my cool stuff behind, even the 3DO. But there's lots of cool stuff around here, too, and I've been finding it. And that's how I started my museum. Oh, I did. I just always forgot to say it. I'm supposed to say my name's Dave, but yeah. It's great! There's so much cool stuff at all the merchant stalls. I add to my collection all the time. Some spooky stuff has been happening lately, though. Monsters are coming up from the tunnels at night to snatch people. It's like Chud in real life. Bye, Rangers. Thanks for visiting me.
I hear the Patriarch.
Yes, sure, but these are perfect. Here.
But
they're too
Dr.
small.
Cold Cuts can cure with it.
Hey, strangers. I don't suppose you're here to help with the troubles down below. If you are, talk to Flab. But if you want to talk cars, I'm your guy. Randy's the name, local master mechanic. Nothing much, really. Something's been prowling the Warrens, killing anyone who goes down there. Some big beastie. The suicide pig's got something to do with it, but I don't know what. Sorry, not much help, I know. Not particularly. It's boring work. I only get pulled in if something breaks that a tender can't fix, so I spend most of my time just waiting here, like I'm doing now. But beggars can't be choosers. No offense, but you're a gamble in a hard-luck casino. Don't like working in the bazaar, but it's constant money, and I need that right now. See? Some months ago, my dad wrote me that he thought he'd seen folks skulking around our homestead. I dismissed it. Our place has always been isolated and safe. Stupid. Turns out it was a small band of one of them crazy Plains gangs. They sent me a letter. My parents are dead, and they're holding my kid brother and sister hostage. I ain't even close to having enough money to pay the ransom. Even if I did, I suspect they'd just kill us all after I pay. So what's a guy to do? You mean get them? I don't normally condone violence, but if it's what it takes. Let me show you where to find our old homestead. I'll meet you there. You help out the Get family, and I'll work for you. No doubt about it. See you there.
Not
Don't
that
take
the
too long,
bazaar's
okay?
not perfectly safe, but, well, you know, just talk to Fluff.
Honored guests, come. Speak with Flap.
Ah, children of the desert. What wonderful music they make. What do you want of Jacob the Magnificent? This wonderful, wonderful...
Let's never mind with the act, shall we? Rangers, I am so sorry you had to witness that horrible exploding pig. Truth is, you do not find us at the best of times. Do not judge harshly, my friends. We hold on to our rituals of the past to try to remember our long-lost strength. It may strike you as pathetic, but it gives us much-needed comfort. I am calm because I must be, friend. So is the burden of leadership. But you are right. This place is under assault. Something, someone, some horrible unknown thing is roaming the warrens below us. People have been disappearing. Not to mention the pigs loaded with explosives running amok. You are the Patriarch's Rangers, yes? If he trusts you, so can I. Nothing we've done has helped, so your arrival could not be more fortuitous. We need your help to combat this threat. Wonderful. I can't fully trust a person unless they're honest. And money is the most honest of all. Of course, here is some extra upfront pay, with more due when you return. Good luck. You ask too much of me, my friends. What is a leader but a servant of the community? My story is the bizarre story. I am nothing but a receptacle of its wishes. Where do I start? Once, I was a humble lieutenant in the monster army. Then, the patriarch came to the bazaar. He executed my predecessor, and everyone else was too stupid to understand that this is the new world order. When he came to me, I did not hesitate. I swore myself to his service, marrow and muscle, and the patriarch, in his infinite grace, gave me command of the bazaar and all of its lives. I appreciate the delicacy. Your compassion will be remembered. But no, I've no thoughts on the nickname they've given to me, and no cause to think about it. After all, Flab describes me well, does it not? Good! Most would have lied to my face, told me that Flab the Inhaler was a blasphemy against my greatness. But you have courage. I see a long friendship ahead of us. The truth is that I see this fat as proof of my station in life. Here, in these wastelands, how many have the opportunity to eat and flourish as I have? And I would be a bad host if I did not provide you with answers. A decadent oasis steeped in culinary wonders. The bazaar is Colorado's gastronomic holy land. It is a carnival of wonders. It is paradise. But it was even more splendid once, a long time ago. Primal, a wild place. I was there when the monster army first arrived in the bazaar. We tore the farmers limb from limb, fed them to their pigs. A graceless epoch, but so visceral, so alive. But its savagery had no place under the patriarch. But his edge is directed, guided, not like the chaos of old. Masato will challenge your understanding. I suppose I cannot blame you for being curious. Let's see. Yes, I suppose I know the one. A wolf man once challenged me for the rule of the bazaar. He decided that I was weak, too soft for the role. So he challenged me to a duel, and I agreed. But that night he died, shitting blood in his bed. They told me he screamed himself raw. Poor little pup. He should have been more careful with his food. Oh, that one is easy. It was late and so cold that the air cut our lungs to ribbons. We'd heard rumors of a sanctuary, an unguarded place fat with meat and helpless farmers, no military force to speak of. So we came in the night, an army of monsters. We cut their throats in their sleep. 1 hour, 100 dead. You should have seen the blood. The night ran red. There was enough to fill a lake. It was beautiful. Savagery refined to an unctuous art. You'll have to forgive me. This story is not mine, but Adela's, the beautiful madam of chicks flicks. She just arrived in the bazaar, hungry for a place in our kingdom. The space where her theater stands, it belonged to someone else. Eidolon, wise in the nature of the world, offered the owner something he could not refuse. The orgy lasted for days. Men, women, animals, anything with a hole or an appendage that could either be sucked or slotted into a dripping orifice. The stains took weeks to clean, but Eidolon fucked her way to her heart's desire. Ah, a legend, that woman. It will be my delight to answer. With pleasure. The bazaar will be waiting.
I got this soulful rat.
Get your protective gear. Get your protective gear here.
Or flu.
I love those boots. Where'd you get them?
Tired of shopping.
These old things, I got them for a steal at Tablet's Cannery.
We should be the guy in
Guns, guns, sanctified with blood, blood sanctified by guns.
Really need to ask Piscatelli to look at my gun. Bugger keeps jamming.
RIP here with a warning, warning, warning! Something is nuts. Hard.
Just sit tight, November. Help's coming.
hell do you want from Mama Carter? Maybe so. Where are those refugees now? Law keepers with a conscience? Well, shit. I wouldn't have guessed it. I owe you for keeping those refugees safe. Ain't nobody else around here who's willing to lift a finger for them. So, what's it gonna be, hmm? You know I was breaking the city's law, conspiring with smugglers and all that. You gonna haul me in?
She'll be safe in the Ranger lockup. Reyes would want her in jail. He's a powerful man to have as a friend. And the Rangers could use some powerful friends.
Well, am I under arrest?
You don't know Mama so well. She ain't gonna stop helping those folks no matter what anyone says. Oh, no, you ain't. You'll have to go through us first.
Stand down, Bobby. These are the same folks who shot up the Dorseys in the Garden of the Gods. They must have killed Stenerud and his smugglers, too. We don't stand a chance against them. This ain't with the lives of my boys. I'll go quietly.
Copy, November 1. This is Ranger HQ. What's your status? Old Mama Carter. A criminal? Who would have thought? Dispatching a squad. Over and out.
Hello again. Here to learn. Believe me, back to the wall.
Seriously. You ever notice that the statue's eyes follow you wherever you go?
When the world expired, we were forced in the fire.
You do like rough machine.
Made of muscle and grit.
I'm sure they could use my help.
In the needy and fighting the greedy. We fought because we gave a shit. And we'll keep on fighting. For there's wrongs to be righting. And our victories grow year by year.
Did you just give me a...
Go shot and kill
hickey?
working with Dorseys.
We all feel safer with you Rangers around.
I heard Mr. Howe found himself a pretty blonde thing.
I heard you were speaking to some people at the refugee camp. Do you have any news? Thank you. I'm glad this ended bloodlessly. You handled an impossible situation well, Rangers. At least this will give the city some breathing room. Our resources are stretched, but I think we can feed the people who are already here. For now. As am I. Now for your reward. The money is here, and you may expect the mechanics I promised you to be waiting for you when you return to your headquarters. Also, one other thing. If you have me, I'd be happy to serve the Rangers as a political advisor. Honored, even. You're quite a remarkable outfit, and I'd like to help you out. Excellent. Let me get some things together, then I'll head for your HQ. Looking forward to what we can accomplish together, Rangers.
Breaker 19, this here's Dead Red calling the November Cowboys. You reading me out there, caballeros? You all recovered from that big old Colorado welcome that Dorsey's gave ya? Ha! Ain't you nosy? Switch over to 27.065 megahertz. All will be revealed. Howdy, Rangers. Sorry about the clowning. Have to keep a low profile these days. This is your old pal Angie, otherwise known as Ranger Colonel Angela Death. Ha! Somebody remembers me. What do you know? Figured my name would be stricken from the record after me and my crew pulled our vanishing act. Wasn't our intent when Command sent us out here to reconnoiter, but well, things took an unexpected turn. I'll bet. We came out here for the same reason as you, because Command was hoping they could make an alliance with the Patriarch and get some, foreign aid. Trouble was, the more we snooped around, the more we realized that good old Pappy Buchanan was a bloody-handed dictator that the Rangers shouldn't have nothing to do with. Unfortunately, Command didn't want to hear it. Told us they were going to make the deal anyway. Too desperate to be particular. We took a vote, the squad and me, and decided that just wasn't the Ranger way. Instead, we made a pact to take Buchanan down and help Colorado become the home of freedom that Arizona could have been if the Rangers hadn't lost the Citadel to Matthias. Why do you think? We want you on our side, but not without seeing for yourself that Buchanan's a conniving shitbag. That's why I was calling. There's a man you should talk to, locked up in an old bunker in Broadmoor Heights and guarded by mercs. So you may have to do a little shooting to get to him, but when you do, ask him about his beefs with the Patriarch. It'll open your eyes. His name is Ironclad Cordite, a warlord of the Eastern Plains, and one goddamn tough son of a bitch. As to how you find him, I'm a little shaky on the details, but I'm told there's a hidden hatch on some monument at Buchanan Park in Broadmoor Heights. And listen, when you do find him, bust him out of there and do what you can to keep him alive. He could help you with Liberty later. Also, if you need more firepower, he's got a shotgun for a left arm. I don't reckon he would, no. But then he wouldn't approve of you talking to me either. Gracias, compadres, and good luck. I'll be in touch. Dead Red, over and out.
Rangers uncover human smuggling conspiracy! Subversive leader arrested!
Would you rather free...
You're a barrel of monkeys, huh?
Come on, answer the question.
All right. Burn. Gone faster, and free cremation so your family saves a few bucks on the funeral.
Brown chocolate pudding for me.
Okay.
November, this is Ranger HQ. I have good news. There's some new gear here next time you stop by. It's a big improvement over the basic stuff we had before. One last thing. The Patriarch commissioned a sculptor to make a statue of Vargas outside our HQ. He's nearly done, but he'd like to know who we want to dedicate this statue to. Good call, November. Making sure the Rangers know they'll be remembered if the worst comes to pass may boost camaraderie. I'll pass it along. Over and out.
Hola, Rangers. Peace, strangers.
We all know both sides are armed and lethal, so why don't we just skip the posturing and get to business, huh? A girl I own ran away recently, and it's proving harder than expected to track her down. She seems to sense us when we get too close. On the other hand, she'd never suspect. Hell, with your reputation for rescuing little lost lambs, she might even seek you out. So, what you say, hmm? Want to find her for us? That bothers you? You find it unethical? You kill crazy corpse-robbing, tyrant-funded gun jockeys are offended at how I make my living? Sorry, compadres. This is the end times. Nothing but us devils left. I'm La Perla, and these are my boys. Nelly? No. Hallie, I think. Anyway, her new owner will rename her. What's important is her description. Early 20s, blonde, shapely, skin like a princess. You'll know her when you see her, I promise you. She'll make your little hearts go Peter-Pat.
We shouldn't be condoning something like this. Not unless it's a really good deal.
Ah, it is. I promise you. You know the sealed rooms in your base? Bet you're curious what's inside them. Bueno, I'll tell you for free. It's old world tech. The kind people waged wars for. And I know the codes. In the name of good faith, I'll give you one now. 900-909-3500. Test if you like. I'll wait. You'll get the second code. The one that gets you into the room with the even better goodies. When you bring me my lost little lamb. Used to stay here all the time before we moved east. Had plenty of time to explore all its nooks and crannies. Hey, don't worry. No hard feelings about you taking it over. We like our new home on the plains. Those warlords have a lot of money to spend. Gracias, friends. Send her here once you find her. Tell her you found her mama and she's waiting for her. We'll take care of the rest. Far as I know, she's still somewhere in Colorado Springs. Suggest you start looking downtown. Adios, compadres.
Find that synth in Colorado Springs yet? Oh, no muss, no fuss. How about that? All right, then. Here's the cash, as promised. Now, one more thing. I was kinda afraid you'd be as pussy as the AZ Rangers, but it looks like you're serious. So I've got another proposal for you. We need a base of operations for our synth hunt, and it looks like you've got plenty of space. What do you say? Can we set up shop here? Great. We'll find a corner and keep out of the way. And just to make the deal sweeter, how'd you like to pick up a few more bounties? Like I told you, synths communicate with each other long distance. That means when I hack October 11's head, I'll be able to find its friends. Unfortunately, we're still on the trail of a pack of eastbound synths right now, so we can't stop and hunt for these. But it's got to be done, so I'll pay you to do it. Cash for each head. You want the job? Great. Now, let me just crack this egg. You see that light in the center? That's our current location. Actually, October 11's head. Those other lights around the middle one? Those are the other synths. A lot of interference. Maybe near a radio tower. Maybe two. Lots of other smaller EM signals, too.
Probably got a whole bunch of robots around to protect it. There's some wobble in the location signal, which means it's bouncing off the mountains from the foothills. That flickering means there's interference, so it's probably underground. Maybe it's coming from some kind of bunker or mine. Or maybe a nuclear silo inside a dormant volcano. Like some kind of supervillain. Signal's imprecise, bouncing around. Maybe in the mountains. Great. The sooner you end them.
Stay sharp.
Please, Miss Hackett. There's no reason to get so angry.
The hell there isn't! My people didn't start that fight. One of your rangers started it, and now you're telling me we gotta be the ones to give up our space?
I'm just saying. Oh, Team November, I'm glad you're here. There was an altercation in the barracks. Nothing serious. No one was hurt. Some harsh words and a shove. Sergeant Gretzky's already put the recruit on latrine duty. A fair punishment.
Yeah, well, this isn't the first time your recruits have had harsh words for us Rangers. You need to get your people under control.
Gretzky's recruitment efforts have gone well, and HQ is filling up. More new Rangers every day, which is great for our mission, but it also means we're running out of beds in the barracks. Rangers are having to sleep in shifts. This is leading to friction with Miss Hackett's people, who, as you know, were there first. Some of the new Rangers don't understand this, and they think of them as, well, freeloaders.
Usually, it's just snide comments. But today, one of yours started shouting that we should be thrown out of our home before trying to pull Davy off his cot.
Which is completely unacceptable behavior. Unfortunately, the problem's not going to go away if we ignore it. We need a solution before things explode.
There have been plenty. Most of your Rangers are all right with us, but there's more than a few who ain't. Calling us names as they walk past, or telling us we're on borrowed time here, in our own home.
Miss Hackett, I'm embarrassed. Part of the oath we take as Rangers is to protect the downtrodden. It hurts to hear that our recruits are failing to live up to that oath. Something must be done.
Yeah? Well, we're waiting.
We gotta get a handle on this one way or the other. Enough chaos going on outside the base. Don't need it when we get home, too.
Well, the warden here suggested we move into the brig. I suggested she shove that idea up her ass and leave us be. Barracks were ours when you first showed up.
But things have changed since then, and they're not going. An excellent idea. You'll have more space, and it will keep you away from the malcontents.
What? I'll try to sell it to my people, and I appreciate your efforts to honor our deal under changing circumstances. They're not gonna like this.
Refugees.
Finally, some elbow room.